If Lady Gaga, the woman who told us all she was born this way, jumped off the roof at the Super Bowl stadium in sync with hot pants, has worn a dress made of meat and crooned with Tony Bennett, can't be allowed to present her face however she likes and be taken seriously? Just imagine how the rest of us feel. Hi, this is Coach MK, and this is the Morning Mantra.
Hi, my name is MK Fleming. I'm a run coach based in Denver, Colorado. But this isn't a podcast about running exactly. Don't tell my clients, but we're never really talking about the running. When you know a craptastic event is coming, it helps to have a mantra to keep you centered and focused as you move through it. You don't have to be an athlete to be #coached and loved by Coach MK. And if you are here, then you are #winning at life.
Today's mantra is break the roof. Break the roof. I am fiercely protective of my mother, a beautiful woman who has been openly bullied for as far back as I can remember. I have really strong memories of my grandfather telling us, powder and paint makes you look like what you ain't. And my mother laughing along with everyone else in that pathetic, fake laugh all Southern women have been conditioned to perform so that the men around them can feel really witty and important. Even when attacked, even when hurting, even when your dad just called you ugly after you put on makeup. These women will protect the male ego first. She's visiting this week, which is probably why I was spitting nails this morning for all the praise Michael Strahan heaped on Lady Gaga for toning it down for the Oscars. Toning it down? Where you been, Michael Strahan? You sure haven't been playing football. The meat dress was MTV Music Awards in 2010. She has been toning everything down since then. Did you hear about her collaboration with Tony Bennett in 2013? How about her album Joanne? The sharpest criticism of those albums was precisely that she was toning down her look and stripping down her sound in order to be taken seriously so that her voice could be front and center. Yep, that was seen as criticism. It was seen as pandering. Because what could she possibly do to neutralize that meat dress in the minds of the public? Clearly, the movie studio had the same questions. They made this talented woman, who performs sold-out live shows consistently, perform a screen test. But before she could even get there, Bradley Cooper had to clean her up. The story, which I'm sure you've already heard, goes something like this. During that screen test, or the initial meeting, Cooper, who is the producer, director, and lead actor in the movie, whipped out a makeup wipe and dragged it down Gaga's face from forehead to chin. He then told her completely open, no artifice. Never mind his own reluctance to be open with the New York Times in a disastrous interview that is widely credited for derailing A Star is Born's Oscar chances back in September. But I digress. This no-makeup story got so much attention, in part because Lady Gaga has built her persona using props that are sometimes purposely jarring. Makeup, wigs, shoes, facial prosthetics, a giant egg, and yes, a meat dress have all been part of her repertoire at one point or another. She likes to challenge what we consider norms for women's looks and fashion, so seeing her with her natural hair color and no makeup is jarring in a different way. You always wonder what Gaga's going to do, and the studio wanted you to know that you would not see a meat dress or loud makeup in that movie. But does not wearing loud makeup or any makeup at all mean a woman is more authentic? As a society, we claim to value what's natural when it comes to women and their looks, but when you think about it, that's not really what we want at all. We want women to look beautiful without any intervention, without even trying, without caring, which is completely unachievable, considering that our idea of what's beautiful is so narrow, young, skinny, conventionally pretty, and light-skinned. On top of this, in the movie, no one thinks Allie is pretty, except Jackson. That's why we're supposed to love him. He sees the beauty in this ugly woman whose amazing voice he can barely hear because he won't wear his damn earplugs on stage. And why does Allie want to wear orange hair when she has that voice? You don't need makeup or costumes when you have talent. Somehow, we never talk about the singing, and somehow that voice, that talent, isn't allowed to speak for itself because we can't hear it when she wears orange wigs. Gaga's singing made that movie worth watching. I was thrilled that her music made the Oscars worth watching. Finally, we can talk about that voice that raises the roof and... Oh, wait, no. We're talking about how she toned it down for the Oscars. Thanking her for not wearing a meat dress. You guys, she's managed to not wear one for 9 years. I'm not sure what's worse than how we talk about Gaga, but it's all gross. All of it. A woman that talented should be able to do whatever she wants. She doesn't need Bradley Cooper or anyone else telling her to tone it down. Neither do the rest of us. So, the mantra. Next time someone advises you to tone some part of yourself down, hear my voice quoting Aaron Van Buren and saying, "Don't you dare trim your wings just because they're taking up all the space in the room. Let them break the damned roof." When your equivalent of the Oscars rolls around, I guarantee you'll be the only one walking out of the room with the statue in your hand.
You are coached, you are loved, and you are winning at life. And you are definitely winning at life if you subscribe to my Nuzzlenut newsletter, follow me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to do all three.
And while we're on the topic of women that are busting norms wide open, I beg you, go check out Fat Running Chef's Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page and support the GoFundMe that I have set up for her. Women that are doing this work, that are putting themselves out there, are getting beaten up on a regular basis. Remember, even Lady Gaga, they take her makeup off, they put her in a movie where it is made perfectly clear that no one thinks she's attractive at all. What a horrible place to be. And that is where Fat Running Chef lives. Busting these norms wide open is hard, often unpaid, heartbreaking work. I beg you, please, 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 go support her with even $1 or $2. Enough would be enough to show her that you notice and you give a damn. Let's do that, please.